Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you clicked on this video, I'm sure you're wondering how this turned into that. So I'm going to give you my top 3 tips. Tip number 1 is to eat in a calorie deficit. To go into detail about this tip, I will leave a calculator down below in a video that helped me, but this is also me doing it for you. So I did times 1.2 because at the time I was doing little activity. You can do it based off of how much activity you do. 1.2 is the lowest you should do. And then you minus 250 for half a pound per week, another 250 to equal out 500 calories less for about a week. That will give you 1 pound loss. I eat in a calorie range, which means some days I eat 2,000 calories, other days I eat 2,250, or sometimes I maintenance, which means during my periods I'll eat my maintenance calories. That's 2,500 calories. It quite honestly depends on you and if you need to eat more during the day sometimes. Sometimes I'm hungry or some days, and other days I'm not. So I eat within a calorie range and I go by that. If I eat the 2,000 calories, then I will lose a pound a week. It also depends on how active you are, and I'm starting to get more active, but I haven't really been that hungry, so I haven't been raising my calories much. If I do, I will eat more calories. Having a range for my calorie deficit allows me the freedom to be able to choose what I would like and if it's worth it for me to eat it. And sometimes we think of that in the wrong way. Sometimes when you think of it like, is it worth it? You think, oh, well, I shouldn't be eating this, so it's not really worth it. No, it's like, eat 1 or 2 cookies. Yes. But is it worth it to eat like 5 or 6 cookies? Is that going to make you feel better emotionally or physically? Because most of the time it makes me feel sick. Like, if it makes me feel sick and it makes me feel guilty. So 1 or 2 cookies is what I would like, but I have to stop myself after that so I don't hurt myself. My second tip is to count your calories using a scale and to weigh in grams. Unless it's a liquid, then it's milliliters, but yes, grams. The reason you do this is because, say your serving size is half a cup. Well, half a cup isn't exact. Even when you're baking, people tend to use grams because half a cup is not really exact amount. So beside it, it'll have in grams, and that's what you will do when you weigh out. Sometimes when you weigh like half a cup, it could be 2 servings or close to 1.5 servings instead of 1 serving. And if you're not tracking that, you won't know that you're eating extra calories. Another thing I would like to add to this one is to track oil. Please track the oil that you use when you're cooking. So a tablespoon of olive oil is about 120 calories. And say the meal serves 4 people. What you do is 120 divided by 4, and you eat 1 serving of that. That's how much oil is in your food. That's how recipes work, you know? They tend to add everything together and then divide it by how many people is going to eat it. So that's what you would do with your cooking. And I regret not tracking oil. I didn't track oil for the longest time. And those are hidden calories that you just don't know they're there. You just don't know that they're there. My third tip, and this one's going to be hard, it's to be patient. I am not a patient person. I wasn't being patient for the longest time. And that is one of the biggest regrets I had, because I wasn't being patient with myself, I wasn't being patient with my results, and that held me back. It really did. Another thing that held me back was people's opinions and what they wanted me to do, how they wanted me to look, and just making me believe certain things when I wasn't. This brought on other issues that I had, such as my ED, which I can't say on YouTube, but I had Anna from when I was about 11 to 21. And then I met my current husband, and he helped me eat again. Now, when I met my husband, he could tell that something was wrong. I very briefly told other partners about it. One of them encouraged the behavior. The other one, I don't think he grasped how bad it was, so he would make sly comments, and I don't know if that was on purpose to make it worse, or if he just didn't understand. And then shortly after, I got pregnant. I was going through a lot of stuff during my pregnancy. Family members that I thought would be there for me weren't, and it's not the easiest thing to deal with when you're pregnant. My first trimester, I didn't really gain any weight because I was hardly eating. I couldn't keep anything down. But everyone kept trying to encourage me and were telling me that I was eating for two, which you're not. Don't let them fool you. You are supposed to add about 300 calories to whatever you are currently eating. So my maintenance is 2,500. If I got pregnant right now, it would be 2,800. Not that much. Not like 5,000 calories. But that is about what I was eating per day. And I gained about 90 pounds during my pregnancy. Thinking back on it, I am kind of worried about how much calories each thing was, because I know there was a lot of sodium in it. It was a lot of fast food. It was a lot of fat, sodium, grease, and it worries me because that was my body. I was destroying it one way, and then I proceeded to destroy it another way because I didn't feel good. I wasn't getting family support, and I ate. I ate so much, and it didn't feel good. I was definitely binge eating to hide my emotions because I didn't know how to feel. I was 22 pregnant with my partner, and my parents weren't involved, and it upset me a lot. It still does. 2.5 years later, my son's thriving, and I'm losing weight. But it's hard. It's really hard to be alone in the weight loss. It's lonely, and some people will bring you down. Some people don't want you to lose weight. Some people don't want you to move on. They don't want you to have growth or change in your life. That's why those people aren't involved in my life anymore, because they kept me small. If you want to keep those people around, don't let them get to you. It really isn't worth it, because you won't have progress in your life. But at some point they will, and they'll expect you to praise them. But you'll think, where was my praise? Why didn't you let me progress? It's not worth having that. It's not worth being forced to be small and being forced to stay the same. The reason I was losing weight when I was 11 to 21 was because I was not eating, and I was told I was too fat. But when I look back at the pictures, I don't think I was fat at all. I think I was just growing. I think I was going through puberty, and some of the fat that I had on me wasn't even on my stomach. It was just me naturally growing. And I think people had an issue with that. So they made me feel bad about it. I think there was a lot of projection on their part. And that wasn't my issue. But I definitely felt like it was my issue. So I tried to change. And it didn't work. I think one of the things that didn't help during my pregnancy was I had depression and anxiety. I've always had that. But it got worse, and when I gave birth, I had postpartum depression, and I spiraled. I didn't gain any more weight, but I wasn't losing weight either. It just stayed the same, so I guess I was eating maintenance, but I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good doing anything. I did try to lose some weight during that time, but it didn't work out. I didn't start losing weight until February. That's when I started keeping track of things. I did weigh-ins in February, but I didn't take pictures, which I really regret. The pictures that I have is from June 2022 to now. I wish I had taken pictures when it was February, because I'm sure there was a massive change compared to this one. But I don't know. This is only an 8-month change. And not a year, like I was hoping. But that's okay. And I'm still going with my weight loss. My measurements have gone down. I didn't start measuring until June as well. When I think about losing weight and working out and just doing these things, it feels like self-love to me. It feels like I'm taking care of myself. It feels like self-care. And that's how I want it to feel. And so I started later than what I wanted it to. I would like to also add, about 6 or 7 months I didn't work out. I've only been working out for maybe 2 months. So most of this is from eating in a calorie deficit and being patient and allowing myself to eat certain things if I wanted to, so I wouldn't binge. If y'all would like any meal ideas, please check out my other videos, and I'll make a meal prep video soon. Hope you enjoy. Bye for now.